What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Daily Misfire. Today's going to be a fun event. While, yes, we are going drag racing, I am not personally drag racing, but we're going to go watch Top Fuel, Funny Car, Dragster, and all in between at the NHRA Supergroup Nationals in Bristol. So, NHRA is super cool. They just started this new program, I believe, this year for content creators. Basically, you would submit your info and everything saying, hey, I'm this guy, do this, yada, yada, yada. I have this many followers on these kind of things, and they let you pick out races that you want to go to, and then they send you media passes. So I picked Bristol, obviously, because it's like 40 minutes from the house, and we got accepted, and so did my buddy Jake and his dad Mike. They did too. We're going to hopefully watch Friday qualifying. We may go back for Sunday, but for sure we'll be there all day today. My wife will come probably afternoon around 3-ish when she gets off work. I believe we get to go to the Cornwell Burnout box, so we get to like go up close and personal with all these cars. And a little inside baseball for you, I've never personally been to a Top Fuel event. I've been to Nitro, I've been to nostalgia stuff, I've been to pretty much everything that Sacramento Raceway could do, I went to, but I never actually saw any of the big cars. So this will be a really cool experience. Like I said, I'm on my way actually home or back to my family's sub shop, so I'm on my way there to go drop some stuff off. But then Jake and his dad are actually going to pick me up, and then we're going to go over. Like I said, my wife's going to come in a little bit after work and in the afternoon. Hopefully it doesn't rain too bad today. It's supposed to rain like all afternoon. Hopefully it doesn't do that, because I really want to see Nitro under the lights. That'll be really cool. So get ready for some high octane action. I'm stoked. If you couldn't already tell, I'm very stoked. See you in a minute. I've come to the conclusion now, my phone is far superior to my GoPro.
far as I know. Hey,
right? That's crazy. That's a traction test right there. How they test the track. Why don't they do that for us? They do just
want yourself.
That's true.
You got about $1,000 for that torque.
Is it really that expensive? I was gonna say, good lord.
Whatever the track was 1 year ago is something totally different now. You gotta kind of feel what the new character is. I hear it's much smoother, but still some character.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. I got to hear this more about that new race. Last year had its little things about it, you know, that made it unique. But they went along with the track, and I expect it to be a very, very good race. Some races feel about it after this first session, I think.
Ray Davis, left side on the Vance and Hines Redzilla rental ride. NHRA took the final round the last time they were out. Going up against Flying Ryan Aiden, who's been a bit.
Pro stock is happening right this minute. Abby just got here from work. And Top Fuel funny cars are lining up right this minute. So we'll probably, I don't know where we'll go for this. We'll figure it out.
Now 60 at 72.
shredding evidence right here. Race cars look good in satin black. These cars are crazy. Once again, I'd like to give a huge shout out to the team over at the NHRA for giving me the opportunity to work with them through the new content creator program they started, allowing this whole thing to happen. Without them doing this, it literally wouldn't have happened. So it's freaking awesome they did this. I'd also want to give a shout out to Cornwell Tools for sponsoring the Burnout box that let us literally watch Top Fuel Dragsters from the starting line, which I didn't think I'd ever be able to do in my entire life. And last but not least, of course, Bristol Dragway for me, one of the coolest tracks and one of the most beautiful facilities I've ever been to. We ended up finishing the day walking around the pits a little bit more, and then we watched the last few Top Fuel funny cars go down the track before it started to rain, and that's what ended up ending our day a little bit early. Which sucks, but it does not put down how freaking badass the day was. Honestly, the only thing that could have made it better wouldn't be if we ran a top sportsman or one of the lower classes ourselves. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of you guys watching this video, because without you, there's no way the NHRA would ever let me near the starting line. So with that, it's time to get back in the shop with a little nitro in our veins, hopefully to get the Nova back together this month, and to have a lot more content and a lot more racing content from us. So with that being said, be sure to like and subscribe and comment below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.